final time in the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Who go through to face Larojak in our first semi? Will it be 5 Singaporeans, Tiki Taka, or Thailand's Hyenas? It's next, it's live on One Play Sports. Happy Tuesday, people, One Players and Pro Clubbers all over the world. Welcome into the numero uno stadium of esports. This is the One Play esports spectrum. And the man to my right is the notorious, the Doctor of Style, the Prince of Pro Club, the first Admiral of FIFA. He is the godfather of gaming, Mr. Nitin Nambiar. Nitin, another week. Would you believe we are now into week 10 of 11? Finals in both the One Play Pro Club Challenge and the One Play Sports Nations Cup creeping up. And let's remember, we've got a finals weekend, 13th and 14th of June. It's going to be mega. And now it really is get tough or go home.
Yeah, it's a fantastic time to be in this pro club community in Southeast Asia. I remember starting back, like you said, 10 weeks ago, and I know to get the numbers we've got, the comments that we've got, the interaction that we've got, and to see the community we've built over this period is just fantastic. So thank you everyone for your support, and we hope you continue to support us over the next 2 weeks as things get really exciting.
Been absolutely fantastic. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of us creating communities and building heroes here on One Play Sports in the esports spectrum. Let's run you through what's in store during week 10 of the One Play Pro Club Challenge. Of course, we're with you Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. It is One Play Sports Nations Cup nights, Wednesdays, Fridays and Sunday. And boy, is that starting to heat up. Tiki Taka and Hyenas tonight. Singapore against Thailand. The winners will take on Larojak, who had a big win in our first quarter-final on Saturday. Amigos against Thai Gangs, a cracker in store on Thursday. Malaysia's sole representatives in the quarter-finals there. And Vietnam's sole representatives in the quarter-final, Brotherhood VN, taking on Buffalo Run. That coming up on Saturday before we turn our attention to the semi-finals next Tuesday and next Thursday. And the quality we're seeing, Nitin, it's certainly, as you'd expect, it's improving in every match. And the margins between victory and defeat now paper thin.
Yep, as we saw in the in the previous game and in the round of 16, the games are getting really competitive. These sides are taking this tournament very seriously, which is fantastic to see. And today we've got two sides with really good reputations, one from Singapore, one from Thailand. Tiki Taka from Singapore, Hyenas from Thailand, facing off in potentially a game that could see them move on to the semi-finals of the first televised SEA Games, Southeast Asian Pro Clubs tournament in the region. So fantastic stuff.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Defences has been the key to these two teams we're seeing in action tonight, because Tiki Taka, along with Buffalo Run, the only two teams in the competition yet to concede a goal. Remember, combined, they've played 360 minutes. And having said that, the Hyenas themselves have only conceded one, and that one goal was scored by arguably the best striker we've seen all season in Thailand's Wow Yang Ping. Speaking of Wow Yang Ping, his Katninia are out of the One Play Pro Club Challenge, but you can still catch him in action in the One Play Sports Nation Cup. Thailand are through along with Singapore in that competition and Malaysia as well, but there's still one more place up for grabs, and it really does come down to Myanmar and Indonesia. The final match is coming up in our One Play Sports Nations Cup in terms of the group stage. Here's a reminder of what it's all about. An incredible $2,500 in the prize pool. We've gathered together the 8 SEA nations. A long time ago now, we started all the way back on May the 6th, every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. This week and next, before our grand final on the 14th of June. Every game is what, Nitin?
Live and exclusive on the best place to catch Pro Clubs action anywhere in Southeast Asia, the One Play Sports Facebook and YouTube page, and also the One Play Sports Esports Facebook page.
And let's just throw forward as well to what we've got in store there tomorrow night, because Group B, Singapore, I mean, they're through basically, but Indonesia have still got work to do. They have, though, left their easiest game on paper to last. They'll take on the Philippines home and away, and the equation for them is just pick up some points and they should be okay, because you don't really expect Myanmar to pick up more than a couple of points against Singapore, surely.
Yeah, but I think the 3 points for Indonesia is a must. The 3 points will see them qualify minimum second. Yeah, having said that, I don't see Myanmar getting 4 points against Singapore, a maximum of 3. And yeah, so if Indonesia managed to do well against Philippines, they have sealed their place in the semi-finals.
So it does look like Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, but Group B still to be decided. Join Nitin and myself tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8 in the One Play eSports spectrum. As Nitin's already mentioned, the LSFC is what we're all about. You've been so good in responding to our call to action to get involved interactively on the Facebook page. LSFC, Nitin, tell us all about it.
Like, share, follow and comment. As I mentioned earlier, we're creating a very wonderful Pro Clubs community here in the region. So Do give us the chance to create heroes and do show us your support.
Shout out to Zamzari is here with us. Great to have you with us, Zam, tonight. Ayman Zulkifli with the Singapore flag flying. Rathanin is flying the Thai flag, says Thailand #1. Rahat is there going for the Hyenas with the Thai flag as well. Nice. And Nachinon also with us. So don't forget to plant your nation's flag, even if you're outside of Asia. Great to see. We had some people from Wales. We've had people from South America, from the United States watching. Yep. Always like to know where people are watching from. Right, we can very, very soon get down to business. But first off, another chance for you to be part of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup because your country needs you. There is still time unless you are from Vietnam and Brunei, who unfortunately are already out. Every other nation still has at least one game to play. Be part of the pre-show by singing your country's national anthem. Play it on YouTube in the background. Film it on landscape on your phone. studio@oneplaysports.com is our email address for that. And for any birthday shout-outs or anything like that you want to give us, or you can WhatsApp the video to +65 9721 7756. And tell everyone what landscape mode is, Nitin, while I check the emails.
This is landscape mode, not this. So if you're sending us these videos, do send it in landscape so we can, increase the quality of the productions that we do on the shows.
Nitin Nambiar.
Hi.
The technical whiz. Have we checked in yet with what's happening with the One Play Pro Club Challenge in terms of the draw? Because it's getting very interesting, Nitin. We've alluded to the quality being left in. Let's have a look at the bracket as it stands as we go into the semi-finals. La Rojak through after that really impressive win against Ones to Watch in the All-Singapore clash on Saturday. Tonight, Tiki Taka or Hyenas will join them. And on the other side, Nitin, 4 great teams. I mean, you wouldn't want to call the winner of this at this point, would you?
Yeah, it's so hard. You're looking at teams like Tiki Taka, Hyenas, Amigos, Thai Gang, Buffalo Run, Brotherhood VN. Fantastic to see all 4 countries that originally participated in the tournament having representatives in the quarterfinals. So all the best to them, and whoever goes through will fully deserve their place, and really looking forward to the end of the competition.
Let's give you the dates that you need to know in terms of the quarterfinals that have been and are still to come. 3 left, including the match we'll see tonight on Saturday. La Rojak beating Ones to Watch, Tiki Taka, Hyenas, Amigos, Thai Gang, Buffalo Run, Brotherhood VN. Just to take a note of those dates, Thursday and Saturday, the remaining 2 quarterfinals. The first semi-final will be on Tuesday, the second one on Thursday, and then the 3rd and 4th place playoff and the grand final will make up what we're calling finals weekend here on One Play Sports. We'll have a 2-hour broadcast coming to you from 10 p.m. on both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be the concluding stages and the money games, because that's what it's all about. Big prize money up for grabs here for both the... You like a bit of money, don't you?
I love money.
You're all about the moolah.
It's all about the money, man.
So Saturday it's finals night in the One Play Pro Club Challenge, Sunday in the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, and it's still possible that we'll have gamers playing in both finals. I think it's probably likely that we'll have some gamers playing in both of our big finals next week.
Yeah, definitely. Some of these players are, they're gonna be raining dollars and cents after the end of this tournament. So all the best to you guys. Whoever who reaches the final and wins it will deserve the money, and fair play.
And the money comes in handy, doesn't it? Bearing in mind the COVID situation, which reminds me that we must realise that you've got to
sanitize.
Now, we're going to go to the matchup in a second. In fact, let's get stuck into it now, because we are watching tonight 2 teams who are top work defensively. But Hyenas, interestingly, Nitin, have the front 3 from the Thai national team who have impressed, with the exception of Wu Yang Ping, of course. He plays for Cat Nino. But the other 3 have made up the essential attacking midfielder and wing roles for the Thai team. So they've got an abundance of talent up front, but they've been very sharp at the back as well.
Yeah, both of these sides, I have to say, have been they have the talent up top on the pitch. So attacking wise, you don't have to question that. But what I love about these 2 sides is defensively they're so organized, and they have got really good defenders at the back. Their players play with lots of responsibility, lots of tactical discipline. So this is going to be a very, very close game.
Now tell me, I was going with our tournament director Yusuf from our dear friends at VPG, and shout out, by the way, to Rajis. He's here from VPG Malaysia, assisting Yusuf in the tournament director's role this evening. Great to have our friend from Malaysia here.
Awesome.
I was speaking to Yusuf, and we always go through the teams and check which internationals are playing, and I was amazed, bearing in mind the results they've had so far, that no Tiki Taka players represent the Singapore national team. And Yusuf said it's quite simply because they're just so ruthless. They want to concentrate on their club football, very much like some professional footballers want to do, and they don't like to be part of the international setup. Do you agree with that? And talk us through the thought process.
I can understand why they don't want to be a part of the international setup. They really have, they're so comfortable with their teams. they work well with their teams, and with in an international fixture, you'll have to get used to new teammates and stuff like that. So I can understand why they are not keen on it. But at the same time, as a Singaporean, I think there's nothing prouder than representing your country. Whether
You'd
that's
represent your country, wouldn't you?
I would, I would,
Yeah.
I would love that opportunity actually. But again, that's my personal view. I would love to represent my country, but I can understand why these guys are happy playing for Tiki Taka and don't want to explore further.
Confirmed lineups on the way in just a moment. First off, some shout-outs on the Facebook page. Don't forget to LSFC. Like, share, follow, comment. Farmy says, go Lukey. Lukey playing left wing tonight for Tiki Taka. Tanakorn Amarid saying, Hyenas are #1 and they're on fire. We've got Saiful Cruz saying, yes, come on Tiki Taka. Yeo says, you'll never walk alone. And
Wow.
Kevin Chow says, Patrick, have you done Singapore Premier League commentating as well? Thank you, I have. I am also a commentator on the Singapore Premier League, which I miss very much. But thank you for watching, Kevin, and being part of the show. Duncan Alar, speaking of the Singapore Premier League, our lead presenter, or our principal presenter, I should say, on the Singapore Premier League, Duncan Alar is watching tonight, as is Fis Arif, who's all over Tiki Taka. Nitin, run us through the lineup of brilliance that we're going to see on the pitch tonight.
Magic. Okay. So Tiki Taka are playing a 4-3-3. They played a 4-4-2 in the round of 32 tie against Disa Atienta. They played a 4-3-3 against Maximus, and they're going with a 4-3-3 again today. Players that I like from their team, Danny Buffett, of course, has 4 clean sheets. Fantastic stuff. I believe the only other keeper to have 4 clean sheets is Sniper Lien.
Correct. They're leading the race for the Golden Gloves, Nitin.
Yeah, very solid at the back with those 4 defenders. Moving forward, I really like one Porcupine in midfield. Fox Crew 10 is fantastic up front, and Fennon on the, where is he playing today? Right wing.
Right wing.
Is a fantastic winger. Fox Crew, let me give you some stats with regards to Fox Crew. 1,398 games, 1,456 goals, 452 assists, 662 men of the match.
That's the incredible one for me. 662 man of the matches. He's averaging man of the match almost every other game.
Yep. So, it just tells you the quality that the Hyenas will be facing today.
Speaking of the Hyenas, talk us through that. We've talked about their defence. They go with a botting goal, I'm told, in both games, Nitin.
Yeah, it's. I believe their goalkeeper isn't available today, unfortunately.
Which is a shame. That's the Tood, who I'm a big fan of.
The Tood is not available today, but I like those 4 defenders: Nirvana, PKJ, Kangsta, and Manolas. They are very solid at the back. View Boy does a good job in CDM. Nachanon, Cham KTP, and Mansurang are fantastic up front. Watch out for that combination between Cham KTP and Mansurang. Those guys have a telepathic understanding, and you'll see why in a bit.
Now, Nitin, that's all well and good, but I like it when you go deep. I like Nitin when he goes deep. So to that end, here are Nitin Nambiers, the notorious players to watch in Nitin. There must be plenty to tantalise the taste buds on the way tonight.
We've got some real quality on show tonight, Patrick. For the Hyenas, look no further than their forward Mansurang, who was on the score sheet and got an all-important assist. Shout out to teammate Cham KDP, who provided it on a platter for Mansurang, who slots it home through the keeper's legs. Ole! The combination play between Mansurang and Cham KTP is something to behold. Here it's Mansurang who turns provider, finding his teammate with clinical precision. KTP adjusts well and gets it past the keeper on the first touch. Tiki Taka have a whole lot of players who could be featured here, but I'm going with Fox Crew 10 this time. He was pivotal in their previous tie against Maximus, grabbing a goal from the penalty spot before sealing the deal with a wonderful assist. Finding his teammate Luque with pinpoint accuracy, Fox Crew leads the line in exemplary fashion for Tiki Taka. He has 3 goals already and will be looking to continue his fine run of form tonight.
Brilliantly done, as always, Nitin. We're very close to kickoff. We'll be going live to Tiki Taka Stadium for the first leg. Will it be an advantage for the Hyenas to play at home in the second leg? Nitin doesn't like that. I do. Very quickly, Duncan Elias is on the Facebook asking questions. How big is the game tonight? Duncan, it's massive. It's huge. You can see in the background, we're almost set for action.
Right.
Fiz Arif saying, Mohammed Hasley, go, go, go. Fox, go. Tiki Taka are God. Faisal Ali as well saying Tiki Taka, the pioneers of pro clubs. Rahat is with us. The flags are flying on the Facebook comment section. And Imex Faisal says Fox Crew's going to get a hat-trick. We'll find out very shortly as we go live pitchside to Tiki Taka Stadium. It's Tiki Taka of Singapore against Hyenas of Thailand. The winners to take on La Rojak in our first semi-final in the 2020 One Play Pro Club Challenge. In the Barca colours, it's Tiki Taka. Hyenas in the yellow and black shorts and knitted Tiki Taka as befits a team wearing the Barca stripes, knocking it around nice early.
Yeah, true to their name, Tiki Taka, of course, a style that was made famous by the Barcelona players. So fantastic to see them donning their jerseys.
A nice touch early from what Porcupine player I know knitted like
no predictions
as well. And Najib, go on, give us your prediction very quickly. Sorry, we didn't have time. Go for
it.
It's
okay. Tiki Taka to win 3-1 on aggregate. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for.
Saiful Cruz gone for the same prediction.
Nice. Let us know your predictions, guys, in the comments. Fantastic to know what you guys think.
Here's Nirvana. The Hyenas at the moment just being pinged back a little bit, but as we saw against Catania, they absorbed a lot of pressure there early on and then took the game by the scruff of the net to go through 2-1 on aggregate. Here's Munshrang, one of their players that can make a difference. Champ KTP has lost his way a little bit, but they're well recovered, and Mandres gets the through ball. Ooh. A late challenge there. Champ's got this back. Champ to the area.
Oh, what a save.
What a save from Danny Bufford. Hyenas, just like the cats that they portray, nearly pounced on the Tiki Taka boys there, knitted.
Fantastic save by Danny Bufford there.
Look at that for a challenge. I thought it might be red. It is red. There's a red card.
Oh, no.
Nevada is gone. And it's a disaster for the Hyenas. Nevada red card went to the second red card of the Pro Club season. And I need confirmation from Tournament Director Yusuf. Will he be allowed to play in the next game, Yusuf? There is no, I'm told he will be able to play in the second leg. Unlike the One Play Sports C Nations Cup, there are no suspensions. So it's bad news in the short term, but not a disaster in the long term. But goodness gracious me, second time in a week we've had a very early red card, knitted.
Yeah, the last game we did, Brunei also did the same thing. Their right back got sent off, and here we're seeing the right back get sent off again in the first 10 minutes. It's an inexcusable behavior. There wasn't a threat on there.
It was a blatant red as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, no idea what he's doing, but you know, he's left his team on the back foot now.
Well, to be fair, and in Brunei's defence, they coped reasonably well. They only lost the game 1-0, didn't they, when they went down to 10? But I get the feeling Tiki Taka might swell blood here. Don't forget, unlike those C Nations Cup games, which are self-contained individual matches, this is a two-legged tie, and the 10-minute Hyenas could be through here.
Well
brilliantly won by Yuns Percy. And Tiki Taka survived, but this game, with that early red card, we thought it might be cagey and defensive, knitted, but now that red card, if anything, seems to have opened it up a little.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna, it's gonna be easier for the boys from Tiki Taka Singapore to create chances.
Oh, it's a chance for Tiki Taka. Fox Crew off the post from a ridiculous angle. He couldn't score from there, surely.
Yeah, I thought it would have been better off going for the cross, but what do I know? He almost put it in from there. So fantastic effort by Fox Crew. Unlucky to see it come off the bar.
No question, it's a disadvantage for Hyenas, but of course now they know they're playing against 10. The pressure on Tiki Taka to get a lead to take to Thailand for the second leg is going to grow. PKJ, Timberlake gets it clear as we approach the halfway mark in the first half, and we're yet to see Tiki Taka force the keeper into a save. They've hit the post of a tight angle. Danny Backer's made one great save. Here's Luke Lazarev, and PKJ gets it away.
Yeah, the Hyenas are hanging on in the last 10 minutes. Tiki Taka getting into their gears, showing lots of fantastic movement and passing ability to get in behind.
Of course, against 10, you'd think they want to build up at least a couple of goal leads to take back to Thailand for the second leg. But luckily, both teams seem to be coping fine with connection. Fox Crew twisting and turning, and it's belted clear by King Stars out of the area. But it's all Tiki Taka now, knitting against the 10 men of Hyenas. If you're just joining us, Nirvana, the right back for the Hyenas, sent off inside the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, as you'd expect from, you'd expect Tiki Taka to normally dominate possession, but when the opponents are down to 10 men, they're going to be licking their lips.
Finding space now, Luke Lazarev. Oh, lovely work, and Timberlake does brilliantly to dispossess Lixens.
Well played, Timberlake.
You're seeing the defensive skills of both teams on display, but of course now Hyenas have to cope with one of their strong defensive back four, Nirvana, being sent off. Fox Pennant does really well, but eventually he loses out to Manglas, who gets it away. But they're just struggling to get out of their own half at the minute, the ties, knitted.
Yep, Tiki Taka are applying lots of pressure as they normally do, and the Hyenas are struggling to cope at this minute.
Shout out to Frank Lucas watching with us. Viewroy to Champ. Nice play from Hyenas. They do impress, don't they, in the middle of the field when they're taking part in their build-up play, but Tiki Taka has started to become relentless. Fox Cruz, one porcupine flags up, he's offside. Not by much, Nitin.
Yeah, not by much, and yeah, you've got to look out for one porcupine, guys. He's one of the playmakers that I really admire in this tournament. He's got fantastic passing ability, doesn't shirk the defensive responsibilities as well, so watch out for one porcupine. He's a really good player.
Incredibly, bearing in mind the possession, shots on target just the one from Hyenas, and the possession's pretty much level, despite the fact that they've played the best part of 25 minutes with 10 men, the Hyenas here. Cross it goes, headed out. And that's a nice first time pause. What a beauty ball that was to Lazarev. Lazarev beats one, finds Fox Cruz. Fox Cruz finds Fennett. One porcupine, and again, Hyenas do well in defence, but that was magical build-up play, Nitin.
Yeah, you can see Tiki Taka not quite there yet in terms of their final ball, but you know, it's promising signs for Tiki Taka. They're getting into very good positions, and I think it's only a matter of time before they score.
Here's one porcupine. If they're going to score in the first half, they've got to do it quickly. We're into the final 5 virtual minutes, which equates to what, about 40-odd seconds of game time? Probably a bit less,
probably
actually.
About a minute.
Yeah. Here's Fennon. Nice ball inside as the
Ooh.
flag staying down. It does!
Fox
Cruz in all kinds of bother, and somehow the bot keeper, the Hyenas, comes up with it. The Hyenas survive again. And don't forget, the second leg will be in the Hyenas Den, where Nirvana will not be suspended. The tournament rules of the One Play Pro Club Challenge, unlike the One Play Sportsy Nations Cup, no suspensions in the return game. Are you in favour of that ruling, Nitin?
Not really yet.
Oh, great cross! What a
save!
save! The bot saves the Hyenas. It'll be a corner. We'll get the answer to Nitin's thoughts on the suspension issue in just a moment. Into time added on at the end of the first half. Can they make the first corner count? Fox Cruz in acres of space. Fox Cruz! Another save. This time I think it came off the defender. Did the keeper get a touch? Tiki Taka pushing hard at the end of the first half.
Oh, what a goal!
And they've done it!
Yes.
Jens has got it done with practically the last kick of the first stanza. I think it was the centre-back, Jens van Persie. The replay will tell us more. That near post corner, getting it in, Paolo Maldini, so I'm sure it was a centre-back in Jens van Persie. And Tiki Taka with a priceless goal right on half-time, Nitin.
Yeah, and what a fantastic cross that was. Jens van Persie made a great run. I think it was towards the near post, got the flick on perfectly. Brilliant stuff from Jens. He's been dominant in defence, and he's dominated in attack as well. As you could see with that goal, fantastic stuff.
What a time to score. Disaster for Hyenas. Now, of course, the tension turns to the second half, where what do the Hyenas do, Nitin? Is it damage limitation? You say, right, if we can get them back to the Hyenas Den at 1-0, we're still in with this? Or do you say, I know we're playing with 10, but we've got to try and get that away goal, because we have seen just how priceless away goals can be, and if they come away here with no score, they're going to have a very hard task at the Hyenas Den, because the way Tiki Taka are playing, even playing against 11, you fancy they're going to score.
Yeah, but agreed. You know, the Hyenas are in a bit of a pickle now. I don't know what they do. I think, as you said, the away goal is very important, but at the same time, if they go searching for that goal, they'll be open to the counter, and with Tiki Taka and Fox Crew looking like a real pain in the backside for the defenders, it's going to be very dangerous for them.
And very quickly, your thoughts on that suspension. Do you believe the rules are wrong? Should Nirvana not be able to play on the second leg, as is the way in the One Play Sportsy Nations Cup, or are you happy that he can take part?
I think so. I think he should be suspended for the second leg, and he should be able to return for the next time should they qualify.
King Star with the defensive mix-up early. They managed to survive. Trying to play it out with JLS, PKJ, Timberlake. Lots of the Hyenas players seem to be named after boy bands and pop stars.
Yeah, JLS and Timberlake. Timberlake, just for the audience to know, he's moved from CDM to right back to take over Nirvana, who was sent off in the first half.
Now down this right-hand side they come. Luke Lazarev, Tiki Taka. They've got a spring in their step now, the Singaporean boys. Luke Lazarev, lovely one touch to Fox Crew, one porcupine, and that was an important interjection from the left-back Manalas, who got it clear. And here comes Champ now. Where are the support runners? They got a support runner in space. JLS is through. Two yellow shirts going to the area. Cleverly, it's held up by JLS, who finds Manstrong to Champ KTP. And that was good defensive work at the back from Zahn Ramat, I think it was. And they come away now with Fox Cruz, and look at them pouring forward. Tiki Taka to get the second goal that could yet be the difference maker to send them through. Luke Lazarev, flag stays down, but Timberlake got there first.
Yeah, great defensive shapes from both teams, I have to say.
Here's one porcupine. One porcupine will get it back to San Ramat. Great clearing header from Kingstar. Plenty of power and purchase on that one. But Hyenas struggling to get anything going offensively in this second stanza. I think if you offer them 1-0 now, Nitin, they'd bite your arm off, even though they won't get the away goal.
Yeah, agreed. It's all about damage limitations.
What a cross that is, and how on earth did Timberlake head it back like that? Extraordinary.
It's like a fish out of water. He somehow managed to get his neck around.
He's like a leaping salmon.
Yes, exactly.
Saint Ramat, Tiki Taka are pouring it on here. Can they get a second goal? Foxcrow! Off the stanchion! Off the corner of the post and crossbar! Somehow it didn't go in. That would have been a stunner from Foxcrow as he looks for his 4th goal of the tournament.
Yeah, the second time he's hit the post as well. He hit the post in the first half with a near post effort. That was a lot more. That was a lot more classy in my opinion. Fantastic drag back, got the space, found the finesse shot, but unlucky to see it come off the post.
Oh, they've copped it up again. Hyenas are really struggling to cope with the pace and passion and power and panache of Tiki Taka. Luke Lazarev stolen it off them, and that's just a heavy touch that doesn't quite work out for Lixens. Here comes Nanchinon. This is about as far forward as the Hyenas have been in this second half. Nanchinon. Nice skills, but they're really struggling. And Tiki Taka, apart from the fact they've only scored 1 goal, they're giving a great exhibition of how to play against 10 players here. We just saw at times it not feel like Brunei were playing with 10 in that game. They had a player sent off, but Tiki Taka are making that man advantage tell in the way that Malaysia did.
Yeah, Tiki Taka are really finding the spaces that have been left behind due to that loss in men for Hyenas.
Here's Lixens, one porcupine. Spreading it around nicely, side to side. It's a joy to behold. The skills on display here from Singapore's Tiki Taka. The Kings of Pro Club, they call them Foxcrows. Just hustled out of it, and Timberlake gets it clear well. But they're coming again. It's wave after wave at the moment.
Yeah, but one thing to note is that the Hyenas will have a chance to counter-attack because the way Tiki Taka play, they're very expressive. Lots of players bomb forward, and you know, Hyenas will find space in behind if they get the right pass.
You say that, Nitin, but they've not conceded a goal in 360 plus 71. That's 431 minutes of Pro Club football in this tournament. It'd be some achievement to go all the way through and not concede a goal. But I see what you mean. I mean, you make a very valid point. It's almost strange that no one's been able to catch them out. Again, as we've seen with certain teams, it just looks like they're a yard faster and a little bit fitter in terms of how they get up and down the pitch show.
Yeah, they're just masters at retaining possession, in my opinion. They work the ball very well. They switch it from side to side. They always find the man in space. So full credit to their manager and all the players. They really know what they're doing.
Obviously, the lack of the away goal will bite them. But Hyenas, if it does end 1-0, will still think they've got a chance going back to the Hyenas den. You don't know about lag. You don't know about connection. And I still think, despite what you say, there is a home advantage in the second leg.
Let's see.
We'll find out, but it's going to take some performance from Hyenas to get back into this. And of course, at this point, you wouldn't rule out extra time or golden goal or even penalties, Nitin, would you?
Yeah, but 1-0 is still all to play for, and you know, it's going to be very close in the second leg.
Centre Ramat, having said all that, I think Nitin is on to a winner tipping Tiki Taka. I wouldn't go against them on that one, despite my preference for a home tie in the second leg, because they just seem to be so well drilled as a team. Foxcrow!
Oh man!
Did everything right in the build-up and then pulled the shot wide to the right-hand post of the bottom goal for the Hyenas.
He even tricked me. I thought he was going to find Luque on the right, but the drag back, fantastic, but couldn't get a shot on target.
Well, if Hyenas could nick an away goal now, it would be some story. Here's Nanchinon, no yellow shirts in the box yet. One's coming now. Keeper, I think, half dummied that, and it's out for a goal kick. So looks like it's going to be the 1 goal. Indra with an injury, but Nitin, one thing I do believe, Monitor, the injury makes that. It'd be good if they built that in there if you had a player with an injury, so he had to run it off for like 30 seconds of game time. You're saying that's not the case. Maybe that'll come in FIFA 21.
I hope not. The last thing you want is your best player to be injured at a key moment. And
that's real football, though. They're supposed to be realistic.
Agreed, but you know, you're playing a game. You want your best players on.
Anything that makes you throw your controller across the room more often. Down the left-hand side come Tiki Taka. They scored right at the end of the first half, and they're going to score right at the end of the second. Foxcrow on the turn! Great save from the bottom. Mandras gets it away. They're still not clear though. Fedden is wide of the mark, and they cannot believe they've only got 1 here. Tiki Taka. It should be 3.
Foxcrow should have a hat-trick today. Really unlucky. He hit the post twice, and it was a fantastic save there, I have to say. So Foxcrow doesn't quite have his shooting boots on today, but he's been fantastic there, leading the line so well.
6 shots on goal in this one for Foxcrow. Can they do what they did in the first half and score right at the end of the second to give themselves a 2-goal buffer before we go to the second leg, which will follow this one live on One Play Sports from the Hyenas Den in Bangkok. Over the top it goes. Oof, that was an acrobatic clearance. I thought he might have been taking a liberty there for a moment, Zairai, but gets it done. Manalas now into time added on, of which there'll only be 2 minutes, so it does look like it's just going to be a 1 goal in this as we go to the second leg, but no away goal for Hyenas, which means, of course, if Tiki Taka can score 1, Hyenas would then have to score 3. It's on a knife edge, it's finely balanced, it's the quality encounter we thought it would be, even though it was marred by the Nirvana red card. Here's Fennant into the box, lovely work from Fennant to the porcupine, and another brilliant save by the box. They still got to defend the corner. How on earth is this only going to finish 1-0, or is it? And it comes over the bar, and that will be that for a game that somehow Nitin Nambiar only gave us 1 goal.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that first game between Malaysia and Brunei. I think with the red card, Brunei struggled and Malaysia created chance after chance, just like what Tiki Taka did today, but only managed to find 1 goal. So full credit to the Thai team Hyenas for hanging in there, but Tiki Taka will be disappointed with that 1-0 win. It could have been more, but a win is a win, and they go into Thailand, full of confidence.
Well, they certainly will. I wonder if home advantage can help the Hyenas, and of course the fact they'll be back to a full complement. Nirvana won't be suspended according to the match rules laid down by Tournament Director Youssef of VPG Virtual Programming. If you don't like them, blame him, not me. Let's have a look at the player ratings. Nitin, you'll talk us through the highlights as well. There's going to be plenty of highlights in terms of Tiki Taka's build-up play. And let's not forget, Danny Buffett has to pull off 1 great save in the first half as well.
Yep, I think that's the only thing he had to do the whole game. Hyenas, after that red card for Nirvana, they were kind of, how do I put it? They weren't potent in attack at all. They didn't create much. Tiki Taka just took over, and they have to thank the bot a lot for some of the saves he's made today.
That was,
I think that was Luke.
A great save from the bot again. The bot, I mean, we've talked about the advantages or disadvantages of playing a bot in goal, but by and large, I seem to remember one disastrous pass out from the back from a bot as we see that somehow. I don't know if it was the keeper or the defender or a combination of both that got it out.
This was the goal.
From the corner.
Look at Di Percy's fantastic header.
Look at that.
Paolo Maldini,
unstoppable
out there.
Unstoppable. There was nothing
Great
the bot
goal.
could
And
do
for all the chances they created, they actually scored a corner, which is strange.
The corner conversion over the whole season in One Play Sports programme has not been good. We've seen a couple of big. Remember that goal from the Rojak in golden goal extra time to get past Ankatsuki. That was a very similar near post
overload,
routine.
Overload with that goal. And that was Fox Crew, I believe, for a wonderful drag back, left foot shot just wide off the post though.
And then
this was Fennant.
Yeah, Fennant, but the last 4 or 5 shots of the match, more often than not, were just wide of the mark. They were picture perfect in the build-up play. It was just the final pulling of the trigger that was a little bit askew.
Yep, the shooting boots were not on today, in my opinion, for Tiki Taka, but there's lots of positives for them. They created chance after chance. They've got a 1-0 lead moving into the second leg. Again, another clean sheet showing how fantastic they are at the back. And lots of positives for Tiki Taka moving on. 11
shots to 1. Can it be a different story when we go to Thailand for the second leg when Hyenas have 11? They hope for the whole game. Quick shout-outs. Rizwan Shafiq says, if he gets a hat-trick, Fox Crew, I'm going to kiss him on the head as a friend.
He almost got a hat-trick.
Ayman's loving it. Akmal's loving it. Yeo is loving it as well. Rizwan is here. Michael Ward saying, come on, Tiki Taka. Shout-out to Michael Ward, Nitin.
Shout out to Michael Ward.
Shafiq's liking the skill. Rizwan all over it here. Amwan Faisal wanted a penalty. I think that penalty in the first half when it went for a corner just before they scored the goal anyway, so it wasn't the end of the world. Ayman saying, man of the match already, Fox Crew. It's a bit early for that. Bear in mind, we've still got 90 minutes to go. Seifel said they should have scored 2 more goals. So many of you getting involved, and be involved. LSFC, like, share, follow, comment. Quickly, because we've got to go to a very short break. Are Hyenas going to turn this round? Yes or no?
No.
Nitin says no. What say you? Tell us in the Facebook comment section. More shout-outs and the second leg to come as Hyenas go into it at the Hyenas Den, trading Tiki Taka by a 1-0. Stay with us right here on One Play Sports. More great live action on the way.
The Summer FISU World University Games is coming to One Play Sports this June. A celebration of international university sports and culture, showcasing today's stars and tomorrow's leaders. Catch the highlights from the 2015 and 2017 edition from Monday to Friday, only on One Play Sports. coming up on One Play Classic this week.
All their father, mother, all kena already.
Oh, thank you very much for joining us again as we are about to go to the Hyenas Den. Nitin was just sharing me as we left you briefly what he would be saying down the communication channels on his headset if he was playing in that Hyenas team and Nirvana got that red card.
I can give you an example. It'll go beep, beep, beep.
That basically means you'd swear a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks,
Kevin Chow says, it's Tiki Taka's game to lose. Excellent pressing and possession play. Can't argue with that, but of course it was
True, bro.
with the advantage of playing against 10. Adlin says, I vote for Sant Ramat as the man of the match.
He was good. He was good.
Really it's man of the night, really, isn't it, these match nights, because we've got 2 games. Fees is with us, Rezo and Ensik Lamar. Saying, Zairi 26 is my idols. Go, 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 Tiki Taka Singapore. Are we close to being able to go to the Hyenas Den? Tournament Director Youssef and guest Tournament Director from Malaysia, VPG Raziz. We
they
are
are there.
Look at that. Great tournament organising by the best in the business, Virtual Pro Gaming. It's live to the Hyenas Den we go. The Hyenas in the Wolves colours, the amber and black. And Tiki Taka in the Barcelona jerseys that they wore to such good effect in the first leg. And first thing to note is, let's hope Hyenas can keep a full complement of players on the pitch. And will we see a different story without home advantage for Tiki Taka? Timberlake, Nirvana, the man that was sent off. And it was a cast iron red card as well earlier in that first game.
Yeah, it's just, I just can't get my head around why anyone would do something so risky so early on.
Our dear friend from the Philippines who's always with us, Chody Zidos Benjamin.
What's up, Chody?
Hyenas can come back, Patrick, and surprise us, but I agree with Nitin. Tiki Taka for me. One porcupine. Oh, he's given that up to Nanchanon. Nanchanon. Oh, Nanchanon getting in a bit of a tangle himself, and Mandalas will be able to get it away. Here's Lixens. Nice touch from Zairai to Lixens again. Tiki Taka, of course, with the advantage of the goal, can be a little bit patient in their build-up. They know if they score first here, half the battle might be won. That's a nice ball into the area. Can they find the square ball from Fox Crew? And the bot, and it's a keeper-in goal for Hyenas again in the second game. The bot does well.
I like how Fox Crew is so unselfish. You know, there are occasions where he does take the shot as every striker should, but you know, most of the time he tries to look for a teammate, which is fantastic to see.
Adam Grande says, all the best Tiki Taka. We're passing on those wishes for you, Adam. Yeo says, Tiki Taka final, here we come. Calm down, Yeo. This is only the quarters. There's still 80 minutes to go. And the semis and the final still to come. Fedent. And it's cleared, but Tiki Taka already starting to assert some possession dominance here. If they get the first goal, the away goal could almost all but see them through, even in this early stages. Remember, Tiki Taka haven't conceded now in 282 minutes.
That's crazy.
That's hard to do in Pro Club at
it
this
is
level.
very hard. I'm telling you, all it needs is one mistake, and you know, to think that these guys haven't made
Oh, that was nearly a mistake from the Hyenas with the back header.
To think that they haven't made a costly mistake throughout the tournament is just it's superb.
Remember, the only scoreline here that will take us to golden goal extra time is 1-0 to the Hyenas. As soon as Tiki Taka get a goal, extra time is off the menu. One porcupine, lovely layoff, better, what a save from the bot, who palms it in the air and gathers it again. Well, we're having all the shout-outs for man of the match. The bot goalkeeper can't be far off being a contender.
Yeah, you're right. He's had an amazing game so far. Even in that first leg, he was good. I don't know if it's the same bot though.
Kingstar. It's like, but what's that film where iRobot?
iRobot.
Yeah, when they're all the same.
Yeah,
it's quite scary, that.
Yeah, do you watch Westworld? That's scary too, bro.
Do when you play with bots, do you like think they're looking at you funny and things like that?
Yeah,
they can, read your mind.
Sometimes I feel like they don't want to pass me the ball also.
Lixens, Fox Crews, flag they want, flag they don't get. Hyenas, and they have to belt it clear, and they do well to prevent the corner. But again, Tiki Taka are enjoying a dominant start to this second leg. Champ KTP, what can Hyenas do coming forward? Are they going to win a free kick there? Yes, they are. So a chance then to alleviate the pressure right on halfway. Already in this first half of the second leg, we've played 20 virtual minutes. Plenty of time for Hyenas to turn this round, but they simply can't afford to concede, and that's the problem they face now, particularly as the time starts to tick away. But now they concede once, they've got to score 3, and against a team like Tiki Taka, who haven't conceded in nearly 300 minutes of football. Now, you ain't going to score 3
That's not going to happen
in 60.
Exactly. And, you know, you're looking at Tiki Taka playing away, 22, halfway through the first half. They've just been dominating their Thai opponents, and it's full credit to them. They're such a wonderful team to watch.
Shout outs. Adlins is with us. Clean sheet of 282 minutes is because of Sant Rama. He's got a fan club.
He is good, bro. We have to give credit not just to the goalkeeper, but to the entire team.
Safwan Shamsir is watching, apparently, according to Akmal Hakim. Saiful Crew saying Fennant on fire. Nice words here from Sharbin Michael. Sharbin says, I haven't caught up with you guys in a while, and I see some of the updates now with all what's happening in the One Play programme and the One Play Sports Nations Cup. And I'm loving the fact that you can see both of us on the screen during the game and not just your voices. That's the first time I've heard anyone say they like seeing us on the screen.
Yay, Sharbin!
We've got the perfect faces for radio, never mind being in vision on commentary. That was the first time that Hyenas have gone forward down the final third of Barcelona, playing as Tiki Taka tonight. And the cross came in and was dealt with comfortably enough by the boys from Singapore, Luke Lazarev.
Oh, nice to see the Hyenas putting some pressure on, though.
You've seen Singapore in the One Play Sports Nations Cup. The Tiki Taka squad choose not to play for the nation as we cut off to go to champ KTP. Air shot, great defensive work from Yuns, the man that scored the goal in the first leg. Some of these Tiki Taka players would stroll into the Singapore team, wouldn't they?
I would say most of them would, not some.
Most of them?
Most of them.
Fennant is the best, says Shafiq. As the Hyenas just starting to get things going here as Keng Stark gets it out to the left-hand side. Just 12 and a half virtual minutes to go, which equates to what, about 90 seconds of game time in this first half of the second leg. Still Tiki Taka leading by that corner goal scored by Yuns, the centre-back, in the second half of the first game. Remember, Hyenas played that first leg with 10 men for the best part of 80 minutes, I should say.
Yeah.
One porcupine. Lovely through ball, finds Fennant. Fennant in with a chance. It should have been Fox Crew, should have taken it himself, shouldn't he, there? PKJ across the cover.
Yeah, he just couldn't get the timing right there, Fox Crew. Unlucky.
One porcupine. Oh, lovely work. One porcupine's got it back. Strong defending for Nirvana, who we know is not frightened to go in on a hard challenge. He looks like he's built like a brick outhouse, doesn't he, Nirvana? Giving it away there, though. And Tiki Taka, can they turn the screw? They scored right at the end of the first half of the first leg. If they score at the end of the first half in this second leg, that away goal would all but put them through. They're not going to concede 3. As it stands, though, if Hyenas can nick a 1-0 win, we'll go to golden goal extra time. Here's Fennant. The away goal so valuable. Can they find it here? Luke Lazarev!
Wow.
And Nirvana gets it away.
That's so hard to defend, especially when they're all doing it on the first touch.
One porcupine. Fox Crew.
Hey, diving.
Fell over there. Is that a dive?
No, lad.
You can't get booked for diving in FIFA.
You can't dive in FIFA. So.
That might be added in FIFA 21 as well. Fox Crew. Lovely clearance from King Star, who thumps it away. Looks like we're going to go to the sheds here, all square. Which was the situation at the half-time break in the first game. Any evidence to change your mind? Do you still think Tiki Taka are going through, Nitin?
Yes, I do. They've dominated this half so far. They've dominated that first game, and Hyenas just haven't done enough, to warrant me changing my mind.
They've done a good job there, though, at midfield with Viewboy winning it away. They've got a man in acres of space. Chance for the equaliser. National! Oh, he's blasted it wide. The best chance they've had in 134 minutes of football tonight. But Hyenas have shown there that they can still be a threat in this matchup, Nitin.
I literally just said that they haven't created anything, and bang.
National again. How did he miss? Champ KTP to JLS. Now to the right-hand side is Timberlake. Timberlake into the middle. And what an acrobatic clearance that was. And it should just about take us to half-time. But what an end to the first half. Hyenas probably should have leveled it up. And that's a warning sign for Tiki Taka for the second stanza, Nitin.
Yeah, but really good chance for Nachanon. I can understand why he went for the near post shot, but the execution was poor. He hit the side netting, and the keeper didn't have to make a save. So really tense stuff in this second leg.
And that was the only shot of the half they had. It should have been on target, went wide. Possession-wise, that's a fair reflection, isn't it? Tiki Taka bossed it as they did in the first game. Just got a great passing movement. They don't give up possession very easily, but they still are looking for that away goal to put this game to bed. You wouldn't, again, bearing in mind what we just seen, it wouldn't be the biggest shock if Hyenas did pinch a 1-0. That's what these teams have been doing all the way through this tournament, getting and finding a way to get results by the narrowest of margins.
Yep, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And lots of credit to Hyenas. I think for the first 25 minutes, Tiki Taka were just running the show, and then Hyenas started to press higher. They started to win the ball back in dangerous areas, and they've caused Tiki Taka lots of problems here.
Back to the Hyenas Den. I think that's Dortmund's ground they play at, the Hyenas, masquerading tonight as the Hyenas Den. It's Hyenas in the Wolves jerseys, amber and black, playing from right to left. Tiki Taka in the Barca colours, left to right. They lead 1-0, remember, from Yuns' second half goal in the first leg. Here's Fennon. The away goals do count double, so a goal here in the start of the second half would surely all but put them through to the semi-finals if they take on Singaporeans Larojak. Fox Crew. Whistle's gone, that'll be a free kick.
Yeah, promising start from Tiki Taka again, as they did in the first half.
Oh, Lixon's lovely work.
Good
Fox
ball.
Crew's in space, lays it off to Luke Lazarev. Great defending PKJ. But they're starting to press again. Mansrang. Up the other end we go. Champ KTP. Look at that work from Sant Ramat, the man, the left back with plenty of fans on the Facebook comment section.
Yeah, it's a shame we haven't been able to see Mansrang and Champ KTP connect as much as they normally do.
This is the first corner I think that Hyenas have won tonight. And we've seen a couple, including the one that scored the goal from Tiki Taka. Can the Hyenas return the favour? In the middle it goes!
Ooh.
Oh, keeper was in no man's land. And I'm looking at that, Nitin. It looks to me like Danny Buffer's disconnected.
Yes.
Danny Buffer, the Tiki Taka keeper, who leads the golden... Oh! The bot saves him. Well, that is a blow. We just noticed that. Danny Buffer, the now outright with 5 clean sheet, leading goal scorer in the race of the Golden Glove, is out for Tiki Taka. They now need their bot Tiki Taka to play as well in goal as the bot for Hyenas
Oh
has
my
been
God,
doing.
that was a crazy pass there. Very lucky not to get that intercepted. Unnecessary risk there from Tiki Taka. It looks like they might be feeling the nerves.
Nirvana. Well, of course, now the problem Tiki Taka have too is whether they stick or twist or try and just hold up and hold on to this 0-0 draw. Blow for Danny Bufford, by the way, if he's been disconnected.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, he doesn't get the clean sheet, simple
But
as that.
he played 45 minutes, right?
No, you've got to put the whole game, so he gets the 90-minute clean sheet in the first game, but not this one. And they might yet concede, it might not matter. Hyenas, Champ KTP, the pass wasn't good enough. Lixon's picked it out, and it's now cleared with half an hour to go in virtual FIFA time. That equates to, about 4 minutes of match time for Hyenas to get a goal. Can they do it, or can
what
Tiki
a
Taka
ball,
score?
Fox
This
Crew.
could be the ball game, Fox Crew.
Hey.
Why did he take that extra touch, Nitin?
I don't know, pressure sometimes. I fancied his player. His player is really fast. I fancied his player to, blast past the defenders, but he took that ball roll and lost out.
Oh, Lixon through to Luke Lazarev. Luke Lazarev to Viewroy, who gets it away, and Mansrang will send the Hyenas chasing the pack again. Hyenas with Viewroy, who's done a good job in this second leg in midfield. That's
nice
a beautiful
ball.
pass to Timberlake. Timberlake with a man to beat. Great defensive work from Mantala, who stood up strong as one porcupine now. Oh, there's a tug on the shirt there, referee. Referee! He's all over in there.
Referee!
Luke Lazarev. Lixon's back to Luke Lazarev. Can he pull the trigger from a mile out? Luke Lazarev still. Is there a goal in this second leg, and who's going to score it? It might yet determine who goes through, because if Hyenas get a goal, what will Tiki Taka's response to be to conceding for the first time? One porcupine, flag stays down for Fennon. Fox Crew's in the middle. Headed away by Nirvana. Not far though, what a save! Oh, he didn't get a save, I thought it was a save.
I think that was wide from Fox Crew. But again, brilliant build-up play from Tiki Taka. Fox Crew unlucky to see his effort just go wide.
Hyenas have put on a good performance here against a very strong Tiki Taka team, but they have to get a goal, otherwise they're going out. One porcupine. If there's another for Tiki Taka, it's the ball game. Luke Lazarev straight to Kungstar, and he gets it away to Nachinon. And Hyenas, you can see the urgency in their game now, Nitin. They are breaking very quickly and fast. There's another pull on the shirt. Referee, it's got to be a booking and a card. Mansrang, though, still on the possession. Another pull of the shirt, and still the referee doesn't blow the whistle. Questions will be asked about the officiating after this one, Nitin.
Yep, we'll definitely get some emails on that, and I'll do my best to send a report to EA Sports.
Thank you very much, Nitin.
No problem.
Nitin Nambiar, the godfather of gaming. Nobody knows more.
15 minutes left for Hyenas to get the goal here. Oh.
Lovely ball through. Nanchanon. He finds Champ. Champ finds Viewroy. Oh, Viewroy walked into the brick wall, where the brick wall was called Lixon's.
Oh,
and
they got a man.
Again.
Come
Fox
on.
Crew, lovely through ball to Luke Lazarev. And Hyenas did a great job of getting back, but they've given it straight back to Tiki Taka with one porcupine. Now we're into the final 13 minutes. A goal here and it's game over. Fennant looking for Fox Crew.
Brilliant.
Fennant! Kingstar belts it out for a throw.
How good are Hyenas defensively though? And, they really are a solid outfit. Both these teams know how to defend so well. It's a bit of an art.
Just looking at this as Fox Crew comes into the area again. I'm actually doing them a disservice. I'm doing my maths a little bit better. They haven't now conceded a goal for 530 minutes. Because it's 180 minutes each night, right?
Yep.
So that's incredible. Oh, this is it, Luke Lazarev. Great challenge, PKJ. Great challenge, PKJ.
9 minutes left for Hyenas to get the goal. Can they do it, guys? Let us know in the comment section.
Here's Luke Lazarev. They can keep possession here, and then Hyenas won't be able to score. Fox Crews, it looks like to me the Hyenas have all of a sudden lost their shape. Have they lost their discipline? Keeper box going to gather. It's got to go long now, surely. Hoof it up and hope to get someone on the end of it. That's the tactic they go with. Flicked on well, but Mantubar gets there first. And now Tiki Taka, with the way they play, they're playing style knitted. Surely they can wind 5 virtual minutes down on the clock.
Yes, it'll be very easy for them to do that, and it's up to Hyenas to apply the pressure and try to win the ball back and get one last counter-attack perhaps.
This, I think, is going to go down as well as the lowest scoring two-legged tie in the tournament so far. We haven't had any 1-0 on aggregate matches. Munshrang down the right. Oh, lovely from Munshrang. Is there a sting in the tail here? Can Hyenas get a shot away? No, they can't. And you can't help but think of that chance they had in the first half, Nitin. If they really should have scored, it was Nanchanon, wasn't it, down the right-hand side that had that shot that went wide. Yeah,
that was a really good effort from, it was a good try from Nanchanon. A bit weird with the near-post effort, but execution was poor.
Last chance of the game for the Hyenas. Crossed in, and Ramat gets it away with Zairai. And away it goes, and surely now Tiki Taka are through. Or is there a chance for what have they done there?
No, it's a foul.
Oh, it's a foul, and that will be it now.
That will be.
Tiki Taka have now gone an astonishing 540 minutes of one-play sports pro club action without conceding a goal.
Well done, Tiki Taka.
To take them through to the semi-finals where they'll play La Rojak of Singapore. Commiserations to Hyenas, they're a top-quality outfit, but they had no answer to the sharp defensive work of Tiki Taka, and they will go back and rue that chance that Nanchanon spurned down the left-hand side in the first half of the second leg, Nitin.
Yep. Man, I think it all goes down to that red card from Nirvana in the first 10 minutes. We could have seen perhaps a mirror of the second game that we saw in that first game, a 0-0 draw, and we could be going into extra time. But that one mistake may have cost the Hyenas today. Tiki Taka was superb in that first game, created chance after chance, and deserved that 1-0 victory. Scored from a corner of all the opportunities that they missed. They scored from a corner. In the second game, it was a very controlled performance from Tiki Taka. Still created chances. But yeah, over the 2 legs, I have to say the best team won.
They're through to play La Rojak, all Singaporean encounter. Those two teams know each other very well. Who starts favourite for that one for you?
Tiki Taka, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, of course, means we're
guaranteed. But why do the Singaporean sides have to keep playing each other?
Well, that's the draw.
It's heartbreaking.
Blame Kelly, Barbara Latimer, not Kelly, sorry. Barbara Latimer and Ash Hashim, they made the draw.
I'll give them a call later.
You've got their number on speed dial, haven't you? Both of them.
Don't tell everyone.
They're part of your harem.
My girlfriend could be watching.
Let's check in with the bracket just to confirm that first semi-final matchup, La Rojak against Tiki Taka, which means there'll be Singapore interest in the final and the third and fourth place playoff. There is a cash prize for third as well in the other semi-final. Well, we've got the possibility still alive of Singapore against Malaysia in both the final of the One Play Pro Club Challenge and the final of the One Play Sports C Nations Cup. It's still a possibility. Amigos, the sole Malaysian team in the quarterfinals, take on Thai Gang. That's our third quarterfinal on on Thursday, I should say, and then on Saturday it's Buffalo Run against Brotherhood VN. Right, almost done here. Keep the comments coming on the Facebook comment section. LSFC, like, share, follow, comment. Been many of you watching and commenting. Lots of you saying nice words tonight about Nitin and myself. That's very much appreciated.
Thank you, guys.
LSFC. Let me just tell you now what's coming up over the course of the next couple of days, because tomorrow night, as is we do every Wednesday, we'll be going to the One Play Sports Nations Cup. But first off, we'll tell you about the next quarter-final on Thursday. Amigos and Thai Gang. Who comes out on top in that one? Knitting. Thai Gang, I'm told by Yusuf, are considered the best team in Thailand. So you think they'd start favourites there?
Yes, I would give the edge slightly to Thai Gang. Again, it's going to be a super intense tie, and do join us on Thursday, the 4th of June at 11 p.m, please.
And don't forget, on Saturday as well, we've got the Buffalo Run boys against Brotherhood VN. Buffalo Run, the only team alongside Tiki Taka to yet concede a goal in the tournament so far. So that's Thursday, but you don't have to wait till as long as Thursday to see Nitin and my ugly faces again, because we're back same time tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. Indonesia against the Philippines, home and away. The final two matches for them in Group B. Singapore already through. Indonesia, 3 points will be enough for them, you fancy, as they battle it out with Myanmar, with the Philippines already eliminated. Talk us through that table, Nitin, and you are expecting Singapore and Indonesia to qualify in that order, aren't you?
Yep, if Indonesia win one game, or if they win 2 games, they're pretty much guaranteed qualification. Singapore will have to do the same against Myanmar. They'll have to get a minimum of 4 points to guarantee a top spot.
That just about does it from Nitin and myself. We look forward to seeing you same time, same place. We're here 6 nights a week for the next 2 weeks with the final stages of both the One Play Sports Nations Cup. We'll see you for that tomorrow night. And, of course, back on Thursday with our third quarter-final after Tiki Taka set the bar very high and have now got an incredible 540 minutes without conceding a goal. Realise you got to sanitise. So stay wherever you're watching around the world, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, folks.